How's it going, guys? It's SiccVq back with another episode of our New Vegas 100% playthrough. Last episode we left off helping the Van Graffs deal with the Legion. I was just exploring the area and I noticed this right over here. I'm just throwing gamblers and dumpsters around here. But anyway, this episode we're gonna work on getting the platinum chip back. We're gonna have to go to the fort, and we're gonna have some optional quests as we run through the wild card. We can find Mr. House's hidden bunker buried beneath the Legion stronghold at Fortification Hill, and you can actually kill Mr. House by doing this. But we're gonna work on getting the platinum chip back in this episode. Where's our boy at here? Now we did get the Van Graff combat armor last episode. I know I didn't show that to y'all, but all it is, I can put it on real quick. You get this for completing the quest line with her. All it is this regular combat armor blackened out. If you're into that kind of stuff. We're gonna rock our power armor now. We're gonna have to go to Cottonwood Cove and meet. We're gonna finally meet with the Legion, get a little understanding about them. Never been a fan of the Legion faction, but we'll get a little information on them. I plan on doing the playthrough on Caesar's faction as well. It just ain't gonna happen on this one. I'm siding with the Brotherhood on this quest line. I don't know if I'm gonna go with Mr. House or Yes Man yet. I haven't decided. Get some feedback on some of y'all. What would y'all like to see me side with Yes Man or go with Mr. House? Y'all comment below. Y'all can go follow us on Twitch at SiccVq, SiccVq. We'll be live streaming all the content that I make for Fallout New Vegas on there, so y'all come hang out. I tried fixing the bitrate, so hopefully y'all see a increase in resolution and stuff like that. I know sometimes when I move around it may get a little blurry in the background, but hopefully the frame rate is improved for y'all. I'm not gonna worry with talking to them NCRs right now. We do post all our content on YouTube as well. You can follow us on YouTube at SiccVq, SiccVq. We will have the whole playthrough uploaded on there. What is that, NCR? Hey, gold! What? That's cool. We will have the whole playthrough on there in a playlist if you guys want to check it out. If y'all maybe missed some of the episodes, y'all can always go back and start from the beginning. Irradiated. Oh, that's pretty cool. We'll keep them. We'll keep like a little collection Irradiated NCR dog tags. Oh, dang. There's gunfire. Another ghoul right there. Oh God, he's already got people crucified before we even get into the town. He's trying to keep people to stay away.
Please, help me.
Who did this to you?
Legion caught me. Said this was the penalty for drug runners. Please, let me down.
You're smuggling drugs?
Please, for the love of God, let me down.
Alright. Well, how can we let this guy down?
Cut it out, will you?
We can't let him down. I was gonna save him. Person appears to be near death. To remove them from the cross of killing. God, that's brutal. He just threw this slave over here. Alright, next one up. They draw their ticket. Ticket, please. Ticket.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider?
Okay. Just a humble trader.
Very well, you may
through.
proceed. However, be warned. Aggressive acts against us will earn you a place on a cross.
Say so. You got them wolves. You got them wolves as pets.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver? I
Who
am
are you?
Cursar Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go? You'll be
What'll happen
meeting
at the
face to
fort?
face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor.
Who are you calling dissolute?
All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough.
What have I done to
You'd know
earn this
better than
honor?
I would, but you must be remarkable for Caesar to take such an interest.
Kaiser. Alright, I'm
The
ready to
trip will
travel
take a
with you.
few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
Sure, I
Your
agree with
belongings
this
will
one.
be returned to you when you leave.
Alright. What we got going on here?
I'll wait.
Alright.
You may proceed. Your belongings will be returned.
Hey, they still got bodies. We will finally be able to meet Kaiser.
That machine looks like a floating eye. I don't... So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Have you ever
I
met
haven't had the pleasure.
Kaiser?
I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant.
Tell me
He's
about
the
the
best
Legate.
the Legion has to offer. Or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though.
I'd like to know more
Shoot.
about you. Are you part of
No,
the
sir.
Legion?
I'm an independent trader from Arizona. Like it.
Alright.
Awe. True to Caesar.
Now, we're supposed to be doing a quest. Just recover the platinum chip from Benny at the fort.
Awe. True to Caesar.
Oh, you got a battle arena right here. That's pretty cool.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Alright, Eddie, wait here, bub.
Awe. True to Caesar.
No, they got Benny.
Under penalty of death, the prisoner is forbidden to speak with you until Kaisar has permitted it. Under penalty of death, the prisoner is forbidden to speak with you until Kaisar has permitted it.
So I finally get to meet the courier who's accomplished so much in so little time. That's why I summoned you here, right? I mean, a man nearly kills you, and your response is to track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip
That
like
boy
a
knows a
whimpering
lot.
little pup. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
What were you looking
Time
to
is
start?
fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
What do I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
What's on the other side of those
Benny's
doors?
theory, if I understood it through all the screaming, was that Mr. House stashed some kind of ultimate weapon down there. A gigantic robot to stomp us all to death. Who cares? Whatever it is, House built it. So I want it destroyed. I want you to
And once I'm
destroy whatever you
inside?
find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
Alright.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation.
Looks like you played past your
Didn't
abilities.
leave me much choice when you showed up. Like I said, you forced my hand. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go? Sure.
He gave me the platinum
Baldy
chip.
wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig?
Caesar says I can
Try
decide
not
how
to
you
smile
die.
so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you'd get to decide. So which way you leaning?
something bad could happen to you right
The
here.
direct approach, eh? Fair enough. But you should wait until the bunker's taken care of. Caesar won't like it if you eat dessert first.
Ta-ta.
Goodbye.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Alright, so now that we've got the platinum chip, there's different approaches we can take. We can return to Yes Man and go about our own independent side of controlling New Vegas. We can join Caesar and demolish Mr. House's bunker underneath the weather station. Or we could bring the platinum chip to Mr. House. Now there is another quest line for the NCR, but I don't see that one available at this moment. Now it's probably you and what army? So I'm gonna make a mental note save here before we mess up any of the faction quest lines.
Our way, true to Kaiser.
Now that we have the platinum chip, so if we bring Yes Man the platinum chip, it's gonna fail. The house always wins. And we're not gonna go down Caesar's quest line. We're gonna go with the house always wins. And bring the platinum chip to Mr. House. Okay, we're gonna have to take the boat back to fast travel. We'll see about exiting here. Maybe then I'll let us fast travel. Oh. Alright. To the boat we go.
Awe. Kaiser has permitted you to leave, but not with the platinum chip in your possession. Relinquish it and you may go. Kaiser has permitted you to leave, but not with the platinum chip.
Okay, so we cannot leave without the platinum chip just yet. And we gotta bring the platinum chip to Mr. House.
True to Kaiser.
Awe, true to Kaiser.
None may enter with...
Kaiser has permitted your weapons to be returned to you while you serve him. Kaiser has put a lot of trust in you. Be worth it. Kaiser has forbidden you to leave until you've carried out his will in the great underground vault.
Alright, so it won't let us leave with our...
Awe, true to Kaiser.
Door to the Lucky 38. Explore the bunker.
Well, you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Caesar to give you back the platinum chip. It's a facility I built many years before you were born. You might think of it as a kind of barracks. You'll understand soon enough.
You wanted me to
That's
come
rather
down here?
obvious, isn't it? The Platinum chip is a data storage device. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at.
What will you do with your secure drone?
My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order.
I'll upload the data as you asked.
Good. I won't hold you up any longer.
Alright. Now we got the quest added. The house always wins too.
Please take cover until the danger has been
Okay, we're gonna have to do some fighting in here. I know it's been a lot of voice going on, a lot of NPCs talking and stuff. We're gonna get some action going right now.
a lawful use of
A
deadly
lot of dialogue for y'all, I know. Who we have here? I don't need that one. Oh, we're walking right away. Just trying to grab the importance. Oh, jeez. Watching things, I'm just spamming, man. We'll keep moving. Alright. Now we're gonna return back to Mr. House.
Your work here is done. Return to the Lucky 38 so we can discuss next steps. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Thanks to your actions today, so does the rest of mankind. Your work here is done. You have a very bright future.
Now they might attack us up here. We'll make a save.
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again.
Keep holdout weapon. Sure,
You're free
here
to
you go.
leave.
I guess they think we destroyed Mr. House. But little did they know we upgraded their Securitrons. Dang, they got the artillery here.
Our way. True to Kaiser.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. There are rewards for doing as I command. Today, your reward is vengeance. You get to decide how Benny dies. Go to Benny. Let him know what you've decided. My Praetorians will perform the execution, unless you want to perform it yourself. Consider
you,
it the
Kaiser.
first of many bestowments.
Alright. Now he gave us the machete. Benny,
So,
what's
baby,
your last
what did
words?
you find down there?
Hundreds of Securitrons, all of them upgraded now, just like Mr. House wants.
So, all this time, the old man had an entire army on layaway? Clever player. Just imagine the look on Baldy's face when those Securitrons come pouring out on Judgment Day. I'd pay to have that bronzed. So all you gotta do is talk to Yes Man. Figure out how to set things in motion. Make Vegas a town I would have been proud of, baby. Let it swing.
I have to decide what happens
I
to
see.
you now.
And how's that gonna happen?
I've decided to kill you here and now.
I see. Keep it simple, eh? Around here, it's one of the better options.
Close your eyes if you want.
Nah, I'd rather see it coming. Do it, baby. Make it clean.
This is how he done us at the beginning of the game. We were tied up. No other way to get out of it. So I decide his fate. Chop his head off.
I'm hit!
Slice him and dice him.
A fair kill.
That's how we deal with Benny. Let's see, what do we want to increase? I'm gonna take Benny's suit and Maria. I could end him right now if I wanted to. That's a sweet gun. That thing's nice. Grade, nice, everything. Alright. Now we're gonna head back to Mr. House. See if we can fast travel now. I'm gonna open that up. Yep. Sweet. Okay, we got our equipment back too.
Move along.
Where to, partner?
We'll go to the penthouse.
Have a nice day.
I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip?
I have some questions to
I'll
ask
be happy
first.
to satisfy your every curiosity once the platinum chip has been delivered.
Not so fast. We need to discuss payment.
Our terms were clear. Now that you have the chip in your possession, any attempt to renegotiate payment would be tantamount to blackmail.
I have some questions
This
to
is
ask
not the
first.
time for Q&A. Kindly hand over the chip.
You want the chip? Here it is.
Such a small thing, isn't it? And yet so capacious. So very dear. Decades of hiring salvagers out west to search for this little relic in the ruins of a place called Sunnyvale. Back then, anyway. That's where the chip was printed, on October 22nd, 2077. It was to have been hand-delivered to me here at the Lucky 38 the next day. But the bombs fell first. Suffice it to say, the delivery was never made.
What does the chip do
Yes,
exactly?
so far as you've seen, all it does is change the picture on the Securitron's face screens from policemen to soldiers. But as you'll see, some things are more easily shown than told. Take the elevator all the way down to the bottom level, and you'll see what I mean. Don't worry, you'll like what you see. We have much to accomplish, you and I.
Alright.
Step closer to the demonstration area, if you would. I expect you're well familiar with my Securitrons by now. The titanium alloy housing that protects its electronic core deflects small arms and shrapnel easily enough. Its X-25 Gatling laser, produced to spec by Westinghouse Inc., is deadly against soft targets at medium range. And for close-range suppression or crowd control, the Securitron is armed with a 9mm submachine gun. All of this you probably already knew. What you did not know is that these are the Securitron's secondary weapons. All this time, my Securitrons have had to get by running the Mark I operating system, which lacked software drivers for their primary weapons. Today, with the delivery of the Platinum chip, all that changes. Behold, for the first time, Securitrons running the Mark II OS. The M235 missile launcher gives the Securitron the ability to engage air targets at significantly longer ranges. And a rapid-fire G-28 grenade launcher ensures the Securitron is deadly in close-range
These things are
engagements.
deadly.
The software upgrade also includes drivers for the Securitron's highly sophisticated on-board auto-repair systems. Altogether, the Mark II software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. The city of New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it. Return to the penthouse now. We have much to discuss. Trips to the basement are rarely so educational, don't you think? I've since broadcast the upgrade to every Securitron in range of my transmitters, and I must say, it's causing quite a stir down on the Strip.
I bet. What
The
happens
foundation
next?
is laid. My Securitrons on the Strip are upgraded, and those at the fort ready for action. Now it's just a matter of adjusting the attitudes of some lesser groups while we wait for Caesar's Legion to attack Hoover Dam. What did you
I'd like
want
to
to
ask some
discuss?
questions. Surprised you haven't asked what became
That's
of
because
Benny.
he ceased to be relevant when you recovered the Platinum chip. Revenge doesn't interest me. Progress does. Sorry to deny you a moment of primate triumph, but you'll have to go elsewhere to sound your barbaric yawp. What else did you want to discuss?
I guess he didn't appreciate that. What are your plans for New Vegas?
I've resurrected Vegas, spirit intact. What I need now is the ability to enforce my rightful claim. Not just against Caesar's Legion, by the way. In fact, the NCR is a more present and insidious threat.
How do you intend to enforce your claim on the city?
To enforce, one must have force, a position of strength. Years ago, when I detected NCR scouts roaming the Mojave, I could tell from their uniforms that these were no mere tribesmen. I knew it was only a matter of time before an army appeared to take control of the dam, and I knew my Securitrons wouldn't be enough to oppose them. And so I recruited the three families. Vegas belongs to me because I mustered enough strength to bring the NCR to the bargaining table.
Wasn't the NCR's army big enough to defeat your Securitrons and the three big
Indeed,
families?
it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated. Not out of the kindness of their hearts, as they try to make it seem, because the calculus of power left no other choice.
What were the terms of your treaty with the
NCR forces were permitted to occupy Hoover Dam and establish a military base at McCarran Airport. Well, it used to be one. They recognized my sovereignty over the Vegas Strip and agreed to supply electricity and water once their engineers repaired the dam. Written into the treaty were provisions that the NCR do nothing to prevent its soldiers and civilians from visiting the Strip. That's how I harnessed the NCR to my endeavor. Their occupation has been the engine of my growing economy.
You would go to war against the
The
NCR?
salient issue is that they will go to war with me if given the chance. There's just one reason why the NCR hasn't contrived some outrage to justify invading the Strip. Caesar's Legion. The final battle between those two armies is fast approaching. I can't afford to let either side win on their terms. What else did you want to discuss?
What's the deal with the snow globe?
What of it? I enjoy them. There's something about a little diorama set inside a glass dome that I find pleasing. If you run across any out in the wastes, turn them in to Jane. She'll compensate you. What else did you want to discuss? Goodbye.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. I do appreciate y'all coming and checking out the video of us meeting Mr. House and getting the platinum chip from Benny. Next episode, we're going to work on some of our side quests before we get further into the main storyline, because what's going to happen is it's going to start eliminating some of the quests for different factions, and we want to try to complete as many of them as we can. So catch us on the next one at SiccVq on Twitch live, or you can head over to our YouTube at SiccVq on YouTube to check out the whole playlist of the Fallout New Vegas.